Hello, Cancer. Before I started, I need to explain why I have this cushion on my lap. It's not really a cushion, this is Barney. He's my baby, and he kind of gets a bit sulky when I'm doing readings because he can't be near me. And I get the pat on the leg or the sit on my foot or the looking up with big doe eyes. Anyway, so I decided, oh, here's Lily. I decided to sit down here this time so that, they could be near me, and there's three of them. This one's mine. And I was just about to press play when he put his head on my arm. So I thought before I shared your shadow reading for this month, Cancer, I would introduce you to my Sookie baby. There you go. No, he's not dead. He's just a sook. Anyway, so we're doing another shadow reading this month for you guys. I'm really glad you come back. Thank you very much. And for all your support, I'm really grateful. I couldn't do it without you guys, and ultimately you're the reason I do it in the first place. So it's lovely. If you're new, welcome in. You're very welcome. Make yourself at home. Everybody here is very nice. You just comment and they'll be nice back. So all the usual blurb is down there, and we will get into it. But make yourself comfortable, darling. What have we got for Cancer? What does Cancer need to look at this month, Lily? Are you going to help? Right. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Horned God, which is actually the Emperor. Maybe needing to look at our need for control. Possibly. Let's check it out and see what happens. I will do my usual lay it out, and then we'll come back and have a chat. So, I've got the Three of Swords to start off with. Isn't that fun? You can only go up from here. Three of Wands, King of Cups, Bang. Oh, now I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's Temperance. It's Temperance in every other deck. What have we got in the past? The Two of Swords, Queen of Cups, King and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Five of Cups, the World. Yeah, I saw that coming. Crone, which is also Strength. Knight of Wands and the Page of Swords. So, Cancer. I'm just going to have to move the body here. Hop up on the lounge. That's a good boy. Lie down. Right, Lily, please don't eat my dog. Lie down. Oh, thank you. So, to get started, let's get started. Having to make a decision that you didn't want to make. Having to choose between your heart and your head very recently, not too long ago. And not wanting to make that decision, really not wanting to make that decision, because you knew that either way you were going to be hurt, you were going to feel hurt, you were going to get your heart broken, or somebody else was, or you both were, and that's why you didn't want to make the decision in the first place. You kind of, even though you're heartbroken or there's heartbreak, now you're free to receive what you really want and what you've always wanted and what you've known you wanted, and now you're free to receive it. So that's the energy you're currently sitting in, is that I've broken free, I've done this really hard work, and now I'm waiting for what's truly meant to be in my life. challenge for you is, apart from the dog eating themselves on the, she's a fiend, the little one. She's naughty. She's the naughty one. And it's really lucky she's cute. So the challenge for you is yourself. It's a challenge because you know you need to do something differently in order to get something differently. It's a case of, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So that's a challenge for you. Cancers are very guarded, are very protective and very private, and you're really emotional, so you really don't like hurting other people and you don't like getting hurt. You're very sensitive under that shell. The foundation is temperance. Now, this talks about equal give and take, very balanced and very patient. And balancing fire and the water energy, really making sure that the mix is precise and well balanced out so that you can not be overly emotional and not be too cold and not be too fiery or too, if the water outweighs the fire, then you've got no spark left. You've got no oomph and impetus and desire and motivation and excitement and expression. You can't, damp that down too much. You've got a lot of water energy going on here. You've got the other half of you. And I get this feeling like you're finding it hard to unify your masculine and feminine. I think in the past you might have been told that you're too soft or you're too emotional, or, if you're a man, to toughen up, you're too girly, or, and that's why the King of Cups is the challenge. It's a challenge not to become emotionally shut down when you've been told that that's what you're supposed to be and that's how you're supposed to be. Coming up, you've got the Five of Cups. This talks about grief. Five of Cups is about grieving what's lost. Not quite seeing what you've still got, grieving what's lost. And I think Cancer can get stuck in that sometimes. It's not, again, my loves, we're talking about our shadow side. And anything I bring up, anything I talk about, I have gone through myself. And some things I still am. It's just a fun, never-ending spiral. But let me tell you, each time you go up, around and around, it just gets a little bit easier because you see it clearer. It might be worth paying attention that you're not wallowing. You're not staying in this victim mentality of either I was so wounded or I'm so bad because I wounded someone else. Not staying in that. Or I'm so selfish because I hurt someone I loved so that I could get what I wanted. And that's not a selfish thing. If you recognise that that's what's happened, you're not selfish. Unless, of course, you're playing in a manipulation game, then that's a whole nother level. that goes into the narcissistic, sociopathic style of action. But we're not here to talk about that. I think what you need to be aware of is to balance your emotions. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. We want to get it just right. And for a Cancer, that can be tricky because you've been taught either to keep it all in or let it all out. There hasn't really been a middle ground, so let's find the middle ground. Now, you know that this is the end of something. It's the end of a cycle. It's the end of an era in your life. This heartbreak is because you knew it was the end. And it happened. You couldn't hang on to it any longer. You couldn't try and fix it any longer. It just had to come to its natural end. And whether you force it or you don't, or whether it's forced on you or it isn't, it's still painful because you're losing something. If it was a good thing, you'd be happy. And it's not because you lost it, it's because you got rid of it yourself. So, it's something to work through. Other people are seeing you as very wise and very strong. Other people know how hard this was for you. They know what you've been going through. You don't have to hang on to it, and you don't have to play on it. You don't have to tell people how heartbroken you are. They know it. So telling them is more about getting attention for yourself. They know who you are. And this is how they see you. Very wise and very strong and moving forward. Your hopes and your fears are really interesting. It's the Knight of Wands. And in this deck, she's quite beautiful. She's sitting on a racehorse, but she's not racing. She doesn't need to. She knows she's moving forward and at her own speed. In other decks, the Knight of Wands is 4 blades ahead. Don't get in my way because I'll run you down kind of energy. But this one, it's like once you get past this release, once you get past the release of the phase of what you're going through, the wrapping up of the decision you've made and the result it's had and how uncomfortable it is. I'm getting a real pain in my back as if a knife's going in between my shoulder blades. So it could have been done to you. This could have been, it could have been an outside source forcing this change, whatever way it is. It's in the past and it was quite painful. But once you come to the realisation that you can let it go, and look, I'm not saying don't grieve loss. I'm seriously not. I think it's one of the most healthy things you can do is to grieve. Just don't live there. Just don't unpack and live there. Once you see the end of this is a good thing, you will be seen as very strong. You will move forward. And this is the beginning of the truth. This is the dedication to you and to the universe saying, I am going to be true to myself from now on. And I will tell people that. I might be unsure of it until I learn more. I might be a little bit nervous about sharing this with other people. However, I am going to do it. This is my commitment to myself, and this is my truth, and I'm now going to learn to walk in it. It's really quite beautiful. But there's a little bit of a hump to get over first. Just a little bit of a hump. And then you'll see for yourself that it was worth, climbing over the hump. Anyway, let's get an oracle card or two for you. February. It's about learning something new. That's all it is. It's about learning how to embody you without the rules of who you were supposed to be. Does that make sense? Okay, we've got All Hallows Eve. Call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. Cast an unforgiving howl as you stomp your might through the ground. It's very much, here I am, see me, see me. Then you've got mischief, and then you've got transformation. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thunk that you'd be going through a bit of a transformation? I don't know. These spirits, they're tricky little buggers. It's one of the best things you can do. Mischief. I think Cancer's so serious and so concerned with how they will be seen or how others will take what they're doing. And it's about time you guys got up to a little bit of mischief and had a little bit of fun. So, my suggestion for you this month is to know that you can keep things balanced, have a bit of faith in yourself, grieve what's gone, get up to a little bit of mischief in the experience of where you're going, and have fun doing it. Sing out loud, Louise, I say. Sing out. And for those of you who don't know that reference, look it up. Now, can someone please tell me where I put my mouse? Thank you. All right, without rabbiting on anymore, much love. Thank you for being patient with me while I introduced you to that, and I hope to see you soon. All my love. Bye.